Like temporary chocolate, what we're going to do is scrape it up, and then we're going to by doing that, we're agitating. And it will start to thicken just from agitation. Remember, the ganache is in sort of a state of suspended animation until you agitate it. Now, we're also giving it more time and temperature here, but the agitation is that last ingredient. And what you're doing here is that there are about 7 different crystals, different crystalline structures within cocoa butter, but there's only 2 that we're really concerned with, and that's the alpha and the beta most of the time. We're doing the same thing in here as we are when we're temporary chocolate. We're causing those crystals to start to form rapidly. If you want to use your ganache, if you want to use any ganache for different purposes than using it for an icing, you can keep agitating until it gets the firmness that you want. Right now, if I wanted to make it into an icing for a cake, I would probably stop about here, where it's starting to get fairly thick. The tool I put into it is making a mark, but the mark is not very defined. At this point, it's probably good. I'd probably leave it like this, and then it would start to firm up even more as time goes on. If I want to go a little further, and what we're going to do with this, since I have all this ganache here, I'm going to make truffle centers out of it. I'm just going to agitate it a little bit more. What I'm looking to do for truffle centers, I'm trying to get it to a thickness where my tool makes a fairly significant mark. And it holds its shape very well. Then I can pipe it and use it for truffle centers. But once it's that thick, you won't want to try to spread it on the cake. You can see it is thickening up considerably from where yours was and where mine was a few minutes ago. And yours looks great.
Yours are way.
Yours looks great. It should be so much fluid, like that, because we're going to let that harden up over the next day and a half, and it will start to crystallize on itself very slowly as it cools down. I'm doing it the fast way here, forcing it to balance, just to kind of demonstrate what kind of things can happen.
Okay.
Yes, you may.
Now, is this good?
Now the marble is robbing this of temperature. It's taking some of the heat out of the ganache. But one of the things that you may not see looking at it is that the shine is starting to change. It used to be very shiny and glossy. Now it's starting to dull a little bit. That little bit of dullness tells me that the crystals are forming really quickly. So I'm not going to go much further with this ganache, because otherwise it could very easily get out of control and start to crystallize quite rapidly.
No, you heat up the water and then you pour the water on top.
Now let's test with my tool to see if it holds its shape. It's not quite there yet. What I'm looking for is I put my tool on the edge, and I pull up and I see if it will bridge and hold its shape. It's almost holding its shape. So one more little bit of agitation should be all I need. Yeah, it's ready. I can tell now. Yeah, now it's holding its shape.
We're not doing that.
No. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to run over and get a piping bag. I'm going to pipe this because what I can do with it is I can pipe it into a shape. I'm just going to pipe it in little logs and then cut those and make little truffle centers, because I don't want to waste it. But at the same time, I have to work quickly, otherwise it'll start to harden up on me really fast.
No. Tell us how you put it in. Can you just put the mixture into the container and shake it violently?
You could, conceivably. Agitation is agitation. So it could be in a container, shaken violently. It could be put into a KitchenAid and paddled with paddle. Stirring it in a bowl can work as well. I kind of like using a surface like this one because I like to be able to control it from beginning to end. You can see how thick this stuff is getting. It's really hardening up fast. So once that crystallization starts, it really goes fast. Well, one thing to be aware of here is that right now it's too thick to actually be piped on a cake.
I'm going to get water.
Okay.
Is it going to be enough for our info and our highlights?
You actually won't put a crumb coat on. Just do one ice.
Really?
How many layers?
You'll probably put it on about, it'll be a total of an eighth of an inch or so thick. You know, quite rich. Yeah, it doesn't take much, so it's enough. It's so dense that it won't take much to cover the surface. To hide the cake. Let's taste chocolate and meat. You won't see it in the A lot of people were asking me about that earlier, to see if it was going to be thick enough. There's going to be enough of it. And I really think it will be. I think it'll be just enough for one. It'll be a one coat. Yeah, what I'm doing here is I'm piping out this Ganache in logs.
Want to go check that?
This is more critical than people realize. When you're doing it like this, in logs like this, you have to make sure the logs are equal thickness so that your portions will end up being the same size. But also you need to cut them into even-sized pieces.
Second one in, third one in.
So that you end up with same-sized portions. It still comes down to consistency.
Yeah,
So,
probably more.
I'm just real careful as I pipe it. Squeeze really fluidly, try to make sure that it doesn't vary in all the pressure. So I get the same result. But these are,
The guy hung himself at the beginning of the concert.
What?
Very Truffles concert, a guy standing up on the thing with like a girlfriend that makes him go. No. He's not man, but still.
It wasn't real.
No, it wasn't real, but he's me.
So this is kind of fun.
Wicked. Insane. We're like,
The thing I like about this particular recipe is that instead of using cream, which contains animal products, if you have any customers that are vegan, you can actually say this is vegan. Now, I know in this part of the country you may not run into vegans every day. Vegans are rare. Also, well, not even endangered species because they've never existed here in the U.S. So, vegans are just not very common. But if you move out of this area to the city, let's say St. Louis, you run into vegans every day, and they'll be asking you, what can you offer me for dessert? Not much, right? That is totally animal-free. So this is water-based Ganache, covered with cocoa powder. I'll cover with a mixture of cocoa powder and powdered sugar. So those are both plant-based materials. So again, for anybody who has to satisfy a vegan,
seriously, like I was up on this guy's shoulders.
This will do the trick. Now this is, mind you, 1 pound of chocolate
As you see,
and half a pound of water. So getting quite a bit in it.
no, but the girl behind the ticket.
The way I portion it is really pretty simple. Yeah, when I portion this, basically what I do is I pick up a length.
Because she was like,
lines. Trying to portion evenly.
She got up in the guy's
So that each portion about the same size.
Buttons right here, like,
And
like I couldn't bring my
you can
hand
see if I go
from
1, 2,
here to
3,
here.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 64 portions. It's actually 9, 72 portions. You know, that's a lot of portions for 1 pound of chocolate. And that basically give you, if you roll those in cocoa powder, you're looking at 72 truffles. That's, you know, I don't know about you, but when you go to the city, you go to a chocolate shop, they're usually $3